Would you please welcome our third speaker, Sarah Oladi, landing safely from accidental falls.
Have you ever slipped on something and mid-air thought, oh boy, this is really going to hurt? Well, when older people fall, the consequences can be more severe, like hip fractures. And in a lot of cases, they're never released from the hospital. There are also high healthcare costs too. In New Zealand, every year, fall-related injuries cost around $2 billion. So what if we could teach older people how to fall safely? Like twist your body so bony areas like your wrist and your hip doesn't come in contact with the ground. There's a problem though. We fall in many different ways. You can fall forward, backward, sideways. And for every different fall type, you actually need a different landing technique. You can't expect when an older person is falling, they'll have enough time to think, wait a minute, what direction am I falling? Forward. Okay, I'm going to slightly bend my elbows. So how do we get older people to land safely, regardless of the direction they're falling, and without giving too many instructions? Well, we asked the experts, people who had learned how to fall safely, and they all said a good fall has three main characteristics. It's soft, slow, and silent. So we decided to develop a motor analogy that promotes a soft, slow, and silent landing. What's a motor analogy, I hear you ask? Well, you know when you're driving, have you seen the sign, merge like a zipper? You immediately knew what you need to do. Or for a free throw in basketball, you can simply just say, make a goose head to throw the ball. Similarly, if we use an analogy for landing safely, we won't have to give people multiple instructions. So we developed the motor analogy, land like a feather, because a feather lands softly, slowly, and silently. Then we tested the efficacy of our analogy. We put multiple sensors on different body segments of over 100 participants, and we caused them to fall unexpectedly in different directions. Then we looked into biomechanical parameters that characterize a safe fall, and what we found was the group that received the motor analogy fell with significantly less impact force and risk of fractures. In other words, they actually fell safer. And this is so exciting because as much as we want to prevent falls from happening, they're still going to happen. But if we could reduce the severity of injury with a simple motor analogy, not only are we going to save on healthcare costs, most importantly, we will save older adults a lot of pain and suffering. Kia ora.